Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa is not a financial planner. And if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. So, we got wild times in Tesla. Oh boy. Okay, so what's Grandpa seeing here? Uh, I think we might get some misdirection today going up. Uh, let's see. We're currently at about 338. We've already got a high to low today in of about $10. So we got good movement already. I'm anticipating maybe 20 or $30 before it's over. And we got a new top pivot point Monday evening, 267.20. 267.20. And the highest it shows that, after hours that one day on our charts is 362.80, but it actually went up another $5 when none of us could trade. I watched it do it myself. Uh, so, and now last night, just before the close, we made a new low of 321.40. So, but the new top pivot point is 267.20, and this thing will zigzag around, but it's going to go down until it makes a new bottom pivot point. So we are looking for a new bottom pivot point. And now, is it possible that 321.40 is that new bottom pivot point and we're just going to go to the moon right now? It is possible, but Grandpa's opinion, and it's only my opinion, is that it's not. And that's largely based on my blinking that I see. Currently, to this morning now, they were, well, pre-market, they were blinking a whole ton down at the 270, 273 area. Um, and in the last day or so here, they've been in the 285 area real strong. And also the 315 area is where they've been buying down below the market makers in the blinking. So currently today they were blinking real strong from 9:30 to 9:45 at 315.22 down below. And what that does is it tells Grandpa that's a number that the stock is going to probably go to in the very near term, okay? Very near term. And I'm going to talk about the upside blinking shortly too. But right now we're talking the downside blinking, that where they're buying down below, where Grandpa thinks it's very likely going to go to. And then as of late, they were blinking real strong at 313.18 as the price retraced down some. They started blinking there. Okay, Jeff is on here visiting. Let's see. Good morning, Professor, he says. Let's see. He says he's up $1,335 thanks to you. Who is you? I don't even know who that is. People get with the program and listen to Grandpa. Oh, he must mean me. Oh, that guy. He gives me credit even when I don't help him. That's pretty good. Okay, so where were we? Oh, we're looking at blinking. Um, why did we get this bounce here this morning? Thanks to the CPI report that came out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and their estimates were right on the number. And keep in mind, the government puts these estimates out and all this kind of stuff, the reports, and it's not probably the most honest reports. And now tomorrow you have the PPI report coming out in the morning, so you can expect some real major volatility here. I'm personally hoping for a bounce up. They shorted a whole ton up at 347 area yesterday, and so I got a few cells up there in the 347 area going short. If it goes up there, because I want to take. I don't want to buy it in this midsection right here or go short. Uh, I, even though I believe it's going to go to 315, you can expect the unexpected with this stock, and we're so bullish. I'm going to talk about 6,000. You know, I'm going to talk about where I think we may be within a year here, possibly in a little bit. But first, I want to finish this blinking. So currently, we're blinking at 311.50 area. I'm going to write that down. Grandpa writes stuff down because I go back and look at it later. Okay, now she's 310.60 is shorting or buying down below. Okay, so now let's talk the upside. They were blinking real strong earlier on at from 9:30 to 9:45 at 367 shorting. And you know, Grandpa's talking about 4,000 to 5,000 shares per minute at that number. Not this ain't no little deal, and I'm not talking dollars. I'm talking shares, actual shares that are. And you know how the market makers do it. They provide the liquidity needed for the market to run smoothly, and in order to do that, they buy and sell far away from the actual price point. And Jeff says all you have to do is listen and act. He is pretty good, that guy. I don't know how much he's up, but I think it's like getting close to 9,000, maybe more, in the last month here. Let's see. Okay, so anyway, this morning now, 367 they were shorting. Then they went down to 360. We got a pullback here. Grandpa don't even know what the price is. I got to get it back. It's fell so much. Yeah, we made a new low. Now we have about $11 from high to low currently. But like I say, I just didn't. I want to wait for 347 to short. Otherwise, I'm just going to wait and go long. You have to respect this stock. Okay, so where they're blinking now is the 354 area. 354, and whichever one is blinking the fastest. On the upside, if it's blinking faster up there, which is, you would think, is total opposite of what it should do. But you have to keep in mind it's like a root beer float overflowing out of your pop can or whatnot or out of your bottle. And in order to stop that from just going up to the moon, if the pressure is extremely high going up, they gotta do them shorts up above to stop it and catch it. Otherwise, it just go up to $5,000 and just keep flying once everybody gets run in one direction. And the same is true to the downside. They buy down below and stabilize the market. There's a reason for market makers. Do they make billions of dollars doing this? Absolutely. Okay, Jeff says he's up $8,556. Hey, Paradise is here. Good morning from Pastor Dan. Hey, Pastor Dan, good to hear from you. Did you get your extra shares yet? Or if not, hold out for the 315 area in Grandpa's opinion. But I could be wrong. Keep that in mind. Don't blame me if I'm wrong. Or 285 or 272, which I'm going to talk about here. Okay, so currently they're blinking on the top side at 354 like they're crazy. And Grandpa's hoping for a bounce up to 347. But right now I'm not going long. I'm not going short. I'll go short at 347. And we'll see. Trading is reactive, not predictive. And they're back to blinking at 314.30 on the bottom side. Oh, yeah, they're. But I'll tell you what, they bought a ton down at 372, 272, 273 area this morning, and they have been going there a lot. And they don't have to go and fill that until Paradise says, yes, sir, he bought yesterday. Well, good job. I just keep them because Grandpa's going to make his case why 7,000 a share might be in your near future. And I got a lot of people that are far smarter than Grandpa singing the same tune now. Grandpa. Okay, they're blinking in the 313 area still, but they're blinking at the same time in the 307. So we got two numbers running now at the same time, and 307.50 area, and so they're double teaming them on the bottom side, which is, yeah, and we're going straight. We're going down. It's down to 332. But the blinking can change in a heartbeat also. So I'm still optimistic about getting some shorts up there at 447. And if I don't get them, or 347 area, if I don't get them, I don't care. 352 is where they're shorting now up top. So it's fun to see. But yeah, so keep in mind, we made a new top pivot point of 267.20, and there probably ain't more than a few people that actually know that real top pivot point because they did it, like I think it was 11:30 at night, in the middle of the night, and only Grandpa's nuts enough to sit and stare at the screen at that time of day. And it don't show up on our Think or Swim charts at all. Uh, do you have some cash I can borrow? You'd have to talk to Grandma. She's got all the money. I'm on an allowance. Uh, Pastor Dan is on here. His handle is Paradise. Grandma's in the room here. I and then he's got a smiley face. He's having fun. Yeah, I'll tell you, the guy that we should borrow money from is Pastor Dan, probably. I think he's got, I shouldn't say, and I should, it doesn't matter what Grandpa says. Nobody listens to Grandpa anyway. I don't know how many rental homes that guy owns, but it's a lot. Let's see. He's very handy, kind of like Jeff. You know, when you got the ability to, okay, they're blinking at 306 on the bottom, 306.65 area. They're pulling us straight down here. 305.80. And they're doing 311 at the same time. So they're doing multiple numbers in order to pull against that 352. Oh, this is wild. I'll tell you what. Now, let's talk upside, where you want to make some money, okay? And that is by the dip. If you get an opportunity, whether it's 315 or 285 or 272, where Grandpa thinks we're most likely going to go, and I could be wrong about that. It's just what I'm seeing, you know, because of what they've been doing in the blinking. But my point is, $7,000 within a year of now, with the cuts in regulations and everything with Elon and Rand Paul is not going to be the one working with Elon in the government efficiency. It's going to be the WICK, Ramaswamy, and he's a sharp young man too. So. Yes, Paradise says, I don't own anything. Paradise Rentals owns them. I work for them. Okay, I'll tell you that guy. And he wouldn't lie. He's telling the truth. It's kind of like I work for Grandma. Let's see. We getting a green candle? Yeah, we got to be, because we're blinking at 314 and 308. 314 and 308, so we're getting some green candles. She's on her way up. If you wanna grab a few dollars there, Mr. Mum, I think we might be getting a little bounce here. I'd be dangerous, because it's only a bull flag in the 1 minute, and we're coming back down. Yeah, you don't. I'm not trading this bus right now. They're back to blinking like crazy at the bottom again. 305. They're blinking at 305 now. 305 on the bottom side, and that means it's going down there. It's pulling it. It means it's pulling it in that direction. Put it that way. On the top side, they're shorting very not near as much. They're buying down below far more. They're loading up positions for later. Okay, when the price goes to 7,000. But anyway, a lot of the YouTube analysts that I've been watching, I really respect greatly, was out making his case for why 6,000 a share could very be likely within 1 year. 6,000. Now, do I think he's off by a little bit? Well, Grandpa likes sevens. Okay, Grandpa likes sevens, and uh, so I'm thinking 7,000 per share. Per share. So if you guys got shares that whatever your average is, a friend of mine bought some at 340 yesterday, and I know one of Jeff's daughters snagged some at 342. Nobody picks the top or the bottom. Just buy some more if you get a dip. That's all you do. Buy some more when you get a dip, and because the real truth is, whether we have 5,000 in a year per share, or 7,000, or 6,000, like the other guy's saying, and you see all kinds of numbers, and they all make a good case for it. But Grandpa's opinion, based on optimists, is 3, 4, 5 years from now. Well, by the end of Trump's presidency, you might cry when you sell for 50,000 per share. When you sell your shares at 50,000, and the next year they're 100,000, you might just cry. Tesla's made a new over $1 trillion market cap now, top market cap. I'll tell you some of the reasons that Grandpa trades Tesla. I only trade Tesla for a long, long time. That's what I've traded. But I used to trade penny stocks and goof around and didn't know what I was. Well, I never knew what I was doing, put it that way. But I started to realize the importance of a company that's solid, that's rock solid, and I wanted to have a company that I believed in the leadership, kind of like I believe in that Trump wants to do the best for our country. Is he perfect? No. And Elon is that kind of guy, and I believe they both want what's best, and they strive for it. And a lot of things that Elon does gives opportunity to people, to us people, jobs and solar and with SpaceX and his different companies. Everything he seems to do is good. They would go up and save the other astronauts. Starlink, giving internet to help countries and help hurricane victims and stuff like that. So, but anyway, so my point is, don't blame Grandpa. If you sell your shares for $50,000 each, all 10 of them, and take all your money, and the next year it's 100,000 a share, do not blame Grandpa, Because I'm on record now multiple times saying that very same thing. So now you know my opinion. Okay, 305 is blinking, 311 is blinking. And we're going down. We're going down until it changes. Now, I'll tell you, we're going to have a little bit of support at the 320, 321 area. But and I'm not sure that 315 will stop it or not today. I'm hoping that we can go up to that we reverse here and go straight up to 347. It would not surprise me at all, if we reverse here and we're getting a bull flag into 1 minute. It's not a buy signal. We ain't got a buy signal. And the dominant trend is down also. And the reason the dominant trend is down is we have a sell signal in the daily. In order for the dominant trend to be up, you have to have buy signal in the daily, the weekly, and the monthly, and we have lost our daily. We have a sell signal. It's blinking at 304. This thing is just humming straight down. She's blinking at 304. This is, at least it's fun to watch. Let's see where they're trying to short up above. Yeah, they're shorting at 349. Oh, they're getting closer to Grandpa's numbers I want. They shorted like crazy the other day. This thing is really going down. Now they're shorting at 348 up above. They're shorting up there. I want to see it. They were shorting at 347 almost most of yesterday. And that's where Grandpa, they have a lot there. They got a lot at 347. That's why I watch it every day and I see how much they put in a certain area, because they'll probably retrace back up to 347, snag those shorts and activate them, because they have 3 days to get there to do it. And if they activate them all, they'll really take a dive. And that's what Grandpa wants to do. Will I get it? I don't always get it. You just don't never know. Remember, trading is reactive, not predictive. Okay, so they're shorting at 304 and 310. And that 310, 315 is, trend line type. We might be getting a buy signal in the 1 minute, possible. Oh, by the way, I have the 30-minute chart up here, simply because Grandpa's brain doesn't want to work real good today, and I don't want to keep saying buy signals and sell signals. We have a sell in the 15-minute. We have a sell in the 1 minute. And yeah, we did not get a buy in the 1 minute. It switched so fast your eyes will water. She's going straight down. Straight down. We're at 328.70, 328.45, making new lows every second. So anyway, last night we went down to 321.40. There's a possibility that could be our new bottom pivot point, but I don't think so. That's just the way it is. So, oh man, this is just 302, 302. And I'm telling you, it's strong blinking. 302. Okay, so the only real place of support, well, there's several real places, but the first real place is in that, uh, I'll give it a little bit of a range here, but it's the 280, 285 area. Anywhere through that area is high volume support. Uh, I really think we should at least get a bounce off of that. Grandpa will very likely want to buy in that area and hope and take snag $7, $10, whatever, and and then see what goes on. But then below that is the did I say 280, 285 area is your real support, and then below that 270 to 273 is your real support. We're going back up. I'm trying to see what they're doing in the blinking that's causing this move back up some. We have a new low today of 327.40, and well, what they've done is they slowed the blinking on the bottom side, is paused, or at least it's really slowed down. And where are they pulling us to? 350.50 is blinking like crazy. That's why we're going up. 350. 70 now. 350.70 area is blinking just like they're crazy. And it's pulling us straight back up here. We have a buy signal into 1 minute. If you want to buy some shares, I would. It's risky, but you might make yourself $10. It is possible. But that's only Grandpa talking, Grandma's going to work out again, because they can start blinking the other way in a heartbeat. And they're still blinking down at 302, I'm going to tell you that. But they slowed it way up. Let's see, what else do I see here? Yeah, 350 is blinking. See, Grandpa wants it to go up to 347 so I can go short, because they blinked a lot there the other day. And so this, if you want to go long here and snag $5 or whatever, don't get greedy. A profit is a profit. You don't have to take the whole banana. In a situation like this, if you go long right here, and if you're that brave, then take your $4 or $5 and then sit and watch it go up the rest of the way. That at least you got your money. Grandma made money today, and 302 is still blinking down below, and 350 is what's pulling us up. And it's actually 351 now. They're blinking two at a time. They're blinking 349 and 351 at the same time. It's pulling us up. 349 and 351 are blinking at the same time. I'd like to try to figure out something that could When I get Optimus, plus they're doing some 356s, but 302 is still buying down on the bottom. I'd like to when I get my Optimus, I'm going to have him uh, help me keep track of this blinking stuff. I need somebody that can add and subtract a little quicker than Grandpa. I mean, by the time I get my ink pen out of my pocket and start scribbling, the numbers is changing. They do it, and keep in mind, right now they slowed it up to probably 2,000 to 3,000 shares a minute blinking at buying down at 302. Okay, but when they get hot and heavy, they do 5,000 shares a minute. You know, and when they start doing two numbers at once, like they're doing to the upside right now, it's 10,000 shares a minute that they're shorting to keep this thing in check, the market makers. Yeah, so they're shorting 349 and 351 virtually at the same time. And plus they're shorting 357. 357. So they got three numbers going trying to pull this bus up. And 302 is containing us to the bottom side. That's Grandpa enjoys the blinking. But remember, we're going to go back and forth here. You know the drill. but until we know that we have a new bottom pivot point, you're going to go down predominantly. Looks like we're going to get a sell signal in 1 minute here. If you went long when Grandpa was talking back a couple bucks, get out. Get out. If you can hear me, Jeff, if you went long, get out. Take your profit. Because we're getting a sell potentially. Let's see, what time is it? I won't know for 10 seconds here yet, but it don't look good. Another 10 seconds. I think we have a sell again in the 1 minute. So if you scalped a couple bucks there, get out of Dodge. This thing's going back down. 302 is blinking like a mad hatter. Truthfully, we're probably going to move sideways here for a while anyway. Who knows? I don't know. Nobody knows. Okay, so remember, your real support, anywhere can stop us, but we're looking for a new bottom pivot. The 280, 285 area is a real possibility. I'm leaning more towards that we're going to go down in the 270. It's possible they could drive us all the way to 257 if they do something crazy with Israel or the war or who knows what. But that's all I know about that. So I'm going to be back about, hey, I pretty much got the open today. I went through it about 5 times. I think that should count. Pre-market. And, yeah, Jeff has done terrific. Treasonous Trucker has done absolutely great. And, of course, Paradise is... he's a genius. We really had fun when they came up, and my grandma, she just loved his wife. She plays the piano and he sings "Do Lord," and man, that guy can sing. But We really had a good time with them. Grandpa, I won't mention the egg story. Next time they come, we're going to a restaurant. Grandpa tried to make a meal, and he hasn't eaten an egg since he left my house. Put it that way. Oh man, yeah, we're going back down here. Okay, so okay, Paradise says, "Gotta run, love you, brother." Yeah, I'm gonna shut this bus down. Okay, so hey, I'll be back at around 6, and I'll give you the opening price for Thursday, and we'll talk about pivot points and the dominant trend and stuff like that. Good luck. Hey, think about eternity. Think about eternity once in a while. Hey, we got church tonight. Oh boy, that's the best. Think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does. Bye bye.